3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Unlearned and Reborn, a podcast where old habits are unlearned and new ones are reborn. Welcome back. It's me, your girl, your friend, your favorite host, Shania Alyse, and this is Unlearned and Reborn. How are y'all feeling today? What's up? How y'all doing? This episode is for my ladies, my girls. I want to talk to y'all and see what y'all take is about feminine energy and just being comfortable with being a woman in this space and time that we are in. There are so many things going on, and without getting crazy and too political, I really think that learning to be comfortable with myself and walking into womanhood has definitely been the biggest flex outside of marriage and having children. Like, no cap. It's really been a huge flex for me because I did not realize how much of my childhood would later affect my adulthood as a woman. And I just remember, being told things like, don't be vain, like get out of the mirror and, that's too grown, you know, just stuff that now is just like, wow, like the type of unrealistic pressure that is put on young girls is mind blowing. Like, that is why, God, hear me on the pod in front of everybody. I am so passionate and I so pray that whenever me and my husband try for our third and final for the tribe, I pray that we get a daughter because there are so many things that I want for her, and I want her to experience things without the extra judgment. Like, don't get me wrong, she not about to be walking around like no airhead. Like, yes, there are creeps and predators out in the world. So yes, there are people that are going to want to, do things to you, that are not okay. So, this is how you need to protect yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the negative, like, what's the word? Like the negative response to like girls to like little girls in like skirts. And now there's a line, yes, with what little, like, what little girls wear versus what an adult grown woman can wear. And we ain't even about to even get into that. But I definitely think there's a lot of things that affected my ability to be able to sit in being a feminine woman. And I want to talk to y'all about that today. So to get into the topic, I first wanted to ask, when was the first time that you experienced having difficulty with being a feminine woman? Was it because you grew up in a single parent household? Was it because, you saw your mom in this really huge role of working 80 hours a week and, she's grinding for the family and she's, doing her thing, what was it for you? For me, yes, I did see that with my mom. I grew up in a single parent household for the most part. And I do remember, seeing, my mom, work and, things like that. There's a lot of my childhood that I literally don't remember. And I definitely do attribute that to the childhood trauma. So I definitely think like there's like I have a lot of bits and pieces of my childhood. But nevertheless, I do remember that, she would work, jobs or, she did ministry. And so I think my first point here is that a lot of how we grow to carry ourselves as a woman, it comes a lot from what we've seen women in our lives do. So just think, if I saw my mom doing that, imagine what she saw her mom do and then what they saw their mom do and so on and so on. Like, if we go back 4 or 5 generations, I'm pretty sure they are going to say that they experience a whole different, aspect of womanhood than we do in 2022 today, with all the liberties of doing this and that or whatever, is allowed. So I definitely think that, one, it comes from how we saw our mother's mother and, how we saw our mothers do womanhood. That does play a part into how we then grow to now, step into womanhood. And I just don't think that at 18 or, 17, 19, 20, you really truly are prepared for womanhood, because like there's no class for it. There's no, outside of what your mom and your siblings, tell you, don't have sex unprotected, don't bring no babies home. We going beyond that. We're talking about, okay, like how do I, carry myself in the dating scene? Like, how do I, carry myself when, I want to be taken seriously, at my job, or, I want to put myself out there for, dating, how do I, all the different things, hygiene, all the kinds of stuff that, I feel like they touch a little bit on in school, but, that even goes into being a feminine woman, caring for yourself, nurturing yourself, making sure that you not only smell good, but you look good, you feel good, everything. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so what would you say that you would rate yourself as far as being able to be feminine? You're feeling it, you are secure in yourself. Before I even ask that, what do y'all think femininity is? Because when I looked it up on Google, it was just like characteristics of being a woman. What? Not folks having all these debates and that's all that Google says it is. Like, what? Because folks be like, oh, cooking, cleaning, you need to make sure that you do this and do that and do all this. Like, what would y'all define femininity? For me, I think it's a couple of things. So your ability to be in tune with yourself as a woman, both nurturing and caring for yourself and others. That's what I would, in that's simplest terms. Maybe if I had more time to think about it and actually write it down, maybe I would say something different. But nurturing and just being a loving and caring individual, I feel like has a lot to do with being able to be feminine, because as a feminine woman, it doesn't mean that we don't get angry, we don't get upset. No, but we carry ourselves in a certain space that like negativity just can't linger there long. Drama can't linger there long when you are being a feminine woman, because like, you just carry yourself differently. So that means that you wouldn't even be associated with the drama. And even if you are, associated with the drama, you're not going to allow that drama to resonate and linger and sit in your bubble, in your area. So, that's for me what being a feminine woman means. I also feel like, when you are a feminine woman, you really do feel a way about yourself that no one else can take away. Like, things happen in life, right? We might lose our job. We might, have problems in our relationship. Our kids may not be acting the best. Our car might break down. But I feel like now that I have been, really, really being a feminine woman within the last year. Yeah, like within the last, because I've really, taken therapy here seriously, and it's really just allowed me to really even be in this space where I feel like I'm being more feminine and I'm being more vocal and more nurturing. I remember when we had our oldest son, and he grew, of course, and he could walk and start talking and stuff, and he is a hugger. And I just remember I hated that. I was like, boy, why do you keep hugging and touching and But like I said in a previous episode, I realized through therapy that had a lot to do with my childhood trauma, with the abuse and everything like that. That is why, I wasn't all touchy feely. And, I still have my moments where I'm like, okay, I'm touched out. Go hug your dad. For the most part, I still give him a hug because I don't want to turn him away. But, even having the courage to even deal with that opened up another level of being able to be a feminine woman, because I no longer felt like I had to carry around this weight of hurt and trauma and then say, oh, well, that's why I'm so guarded. I've been through a lot. I didn't have to use that, sing that same old song. I could be like, I've been through a lot, but I still love. I've been through a lot and I still care. I've been through a lot and I still, I love being loved. Like, it's just so many layers to being comfortable with myself as a woman that I just didn't realize was there. Like, y'all, if y'all want a masterclass, like, leave it in the comments because I'll make an e-course. I will. And I'll make it to where we can meet once a week or something. Don't play with me. Y'all need to let me know if that's what y'all want. I will put in the time and the hours to make it happen, because I truly feel like this is something that is lacking in our community as women. Like, because there's so much unnecessary competition. Like, don't even get me started on that. But there's so much of that two women can't even realize, like, wait a minute, we are a lot more alike than what we think. Why are we arguing and fussing and about to fight each other? We are both beautiful. We are both career driven, or we are both, we're in the same career field. We are both trying to, get our podcast or our channels off the ground. Like, you would be astonished, astounded, flabbergasted with the amount of people that I reached out to, women, during quarantine via inbox, because I was trying to start an LLC and I was in this super big business group. Y'all know all them Facebook business groups that had popped off during quarantine, and it had a whole bunch of admins, and yeah, we got 6-figure businesses and we're gonna put all these women together so they can network. Network is dang near a cuss word with women now. Because it's like, okay, well, what you want from me? I don't want to network with you. Like, what you trying to network with me for? What's going on? And it's like, I reached out to so many women, y'all, to try to get help. Do you know those women were not trying to help me, as if I was going to steal their business or something? Like, ma'am, I'm asking if this is what you meant when you were talking in the live that you were just on. Crickets. Or, well, I can't really give no advice. Well, you're going to have to listen. And then this is the crazy thing. I hate the subliminal messages. Y'all, like, excuse me, let me rant real quick. I hate the subliminal messages. So, like, after I would inbox, or I guess they would get similar inboxes. Now they get on the Facebook page and make a live. Like, yeah, y'all need to start reading the frequently asked questions. Y'all be asking the same questions. Like, listen. A lot of y'all, mic check, can y'all hear me? Y'all lack simple patience. Patience would help so many of y'all be more feminine. Yeah, patience. You thought I was going to say something real deep? Patience is what y'all need. Patience. Because I was like, listen, we are in a pandemic. Like, the pandemic taught you either you going to swink? Oh. Sink or swim. Sometimes, y'all, I make up my own language. Swink is a word somewhere in the dictionary. I didn't make it a word. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a blooper of a whole bunch of words that I've created in the podcast from talking too fast. So swink is one. Yeah, like, it's ridiculous. Like, being a feminine woman, what the heck is competition? That's the first thing. When I got into being more comfortable with being a feminine woman, I really stopped competing with other women. Because, y'all, I really did have it bad. I had an issue with that. I just watched a podcast that talked about it, and I was like, man, I feel her. I can't remember the name of the podcast. I'm so sorry, but I literally just saw it the other day. And they're sisters, I believe. But I can totally agree. I used to be so competitive with other women. And they didn't even know it. I don't think most of them knew it, at least. And it wasn't even like a lot, but it's like, oh, you doing that? I could do it better. And it's like, sis, why are you like this? Why would you say that? Are you good? Yeah, like, I just felt like I just gotta one up you. I gotta do it like this. I gotta do it like that. And it's like, now, being a more feminine woman, I'm just not, it don't bother me. I don't care. I got a man. like that's just the one all be all. Like, I don't know. Stuff just doesn't, it might bother me, right? Because I just had a situation that bothered me the other day and I was talking to my husband about it. But it just, again, it can't linger because it's like once you find out that you are a boss, or that's another cuss word, boss girl. Once you find out that you are the it girl, I like that better. There's just not much that could take you from the space of being an it girl, if that makes sense. Like, life is gonna happen. Life is gonna try to two-piece you, but the it girl, she gonna show up with a busted lip. Like, y'all, what's up? I'm here. What we doing? Like, and that's just where I am in life right now. There's not many things that could keep me down long. Like, I have low blood sugar, hypoglycemia. That is something at the top of the list. That thing can have me down bad for a few days. Like, remember when I couldn't do the podcast for that week? Yeah, my blood sugar levels were extremely low. So when that happens, that's like something that will put me on my behind. Like, okay, sis, go lay down, and I'll be like bedridden for like 2-3 days. But outside of that, no, it's just not many things that can misplace me from that. And I realized that being a feminine woman, it's just not something that you just, I just put on. Well, for sure, if you gotta fake it till you make it, hey, do that. I believe you. But it's not just something that you have to feel like you just take as soon as you get home. Okay, you take off. Now you fussing and howling at the kids. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that discovering how to be more in touch with your heart, boy, that was mind-blowing for me in therapy. Like, I was so afraid of getting in touch with my heart because I'm like, first of all, I don't know what's in there. You might mess around. People that have been in therapy, y'all ever been, you talking and everything's good, and then the session just makes a left, and before you know it, you just like, just snotting and everything. And the therapist, they be so calm. They be like, okay, so how did that make you feel? You like, what? Child, it made me feel a mess. Now give me the Kleenex and let me blow my nose in peace, and then we can talk. They just be like, okay, so it seems like that resonated with you. Seems like, girl, I'm under the table. What's going on? But like, I'm telling you, like, if y'all don't get nothing out of the podcast, which I really hope y'all do. I hate even saying that. I want y'all to know that I am the biggest advocate for therapy, y'all, because I'm telling you, therapy has just opened up your girl's eyes to so much stuff that I realized I didn't have to carry around anymore. Like, I don't have to be trauma-filled, baby. I can heal from this. Like, being healed, it's an underrated trait. Like, whole superpower that so many people have access to, and they don't want to tap into it. Healing your inner child, like, me starting this healing journey allowed me to be more feminine because I carried around so much weight in my emotional backpack, y'all. I carried around the weight of others. I carried around the weight of myself. I just carried around things, and I felt like I was deserving of that position to carry. And it's like, no, you can let things go and free yourself up. And I'm telling you, it's almost like you put your shoulders back, you put your chest out, and you like, God, oh, girl, I didn't know you was that cute. Like, dang, what you been doing? And it's like, have you ever seen a girl, like, she, or a friend, like, like she's been down for a while, but then she, like, she come, like, say y'all have lunch or something, she comes, and you can just see, like, oh, girl, what, you got a new man in your life? Like, something going on. Like, you just look, like, when you have that energy, baby, you even look the part. Like, you look it, like, you making me, like, you're commanding the room. And it's not a cockiness. There's a difference. A lot of people confuse being feminine with being degrading to other women. That is not what that is. If you have to put somebody else down to elevate, you are not being feminine. You are being, I don't even want to put that on the men and say that's masculine. That's just different. It's weird. I don't know. You got something else going on. You got a you problem going on that you're trying to make it a them problem. Like, you can, when you are a feminine woman, uplift y'all. If y'all follow me on social media and y'all follow me on my personal page, y'all know I literally am always doing that, uplifting other women. And it's a shocker that women be so shocked to get genuine compliments today. Like, it's a shame that you can't, just pour into another woman without it, being, like I said earlier, competition, or they're so shocked, like, me? It's like, it is so, that be breaking my heart. I'll be like, yes, you are beautiful. So, understand that, being feminine, no. Two things. Does not mean competition, and it does not mean that you got to tear somebody else down. We don't do that. I don't believe in that. And anybody that is vouching for that, they're wrong. Okay? Plain wrong. Being a more feminine woman, right? When I incorporated a self-care routine, I don't know if I said this already, but me incorporating that self-care routine shot me through the roof. Like, I mean, I got great results from taking the time, because I was taking time for everything else. I was, making sure that my kids were going to their appointments, and making sure that, my husband knew where his appointments were. I had so much going on that I was so focused on all this other stuff, but I continued to leave myself by the wayside. When you decide that you want to be more feminine, understand that taking care of yourself becomes a top priority. Literally. You put yourself at the top and you start pouring into yourself. Well, Alyse, how do I pour into myself? Sis, I am so glad you asked. You find stuff that you like to do. Genuinely, what are things that you enjoy doing, that is your thing? You love doing it. It's fun for you. You feel like you are recharging. That is what you can do. If you don't have a self-care routine, you can start there. If you are a bookworm, sis, trust me, bookworming, reading is not an old fashioned. If I could take this thing off the tripod and show you my books, that a lot of them I have not read. That's why I will not show you, because I don't want the authors to feel some type of way. They're great books. I need to be more disciplined with reading. That's what it is. But if that is what you like to do, you do that. If you are a gamer, like, I love seeing women in gaming. Like, I didn't know so many women were into gaming until I, started watching a little bit on Twitch here and there. If you are into tech, if you are into fashion, it doesn't always have to be and there's nothing wrong with being in the, the traditional, or the more common, I won't say traditional, the more common, areas of interest that most women, are. So the fashion, the makeup, the hair. Girl, if you like gardening, that's another thing through quarantine that I realized. I was like, dang, it's a lot of people that really do like gardening. I did not know that. Like, that's news to me. Okay, cool. Like, find something that you enjoy doing that feels fun for you, because life is already hard enough, especially if you have other responsibilities and you're a wife, you're a mother, you have a 9 to 5. You are already drained. As soon as you leave and get in your car and head to work, baby, your battery percentage of energy already starts going down. Literally. So when you come home, you need to be able to recharge besides just closing your eyes, half closing your eyes and going to sleep. No, I want you to build a routine that includes and introduces femininity to you. You can become a feminine woman. I'm a testament to it. Having that time to crochet. Y'all, I thought crocheting was for grandmas. And it's not. I'm 26. Don't play with me. Okay? What? I'm telling y'all, when I finish this cardigan and I post it, nobody better not come calling my phone, ask me to make you one, because I just might. Like, I opened that space up, y'all, for me to even get to that place, to even try. That's the biggest thing. You want to be a feminine woman? Try new things. Try. I'm not asking you to do anything rocket science. I'm not saying for you to go jump out of an airplane. If that's something that you want to try, God is going to be with you. He is. I might be with you. That's something I kind of want to do, but I don't know. But try. I want to challenge y'all. Women, try something new. because I'm telling you, you don't know what's lying on the other side of that try. I just got back into makeup, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like, dang, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know if I got it like that anymore. Like, I'm trying to get into more colorful, more glitter and shimmer and, big, glam looks. And I'm like, man, I don't know how to do all of that. But I said, wait a minute. We gonna try. That's one thing, like crocheting. I tried that. I bought a Cricut. If anybody wants to sponsor me and send me the Cricut Maker 3, I would love you for a lifetime. I promise you, because I really want that machine. But it's a little expensive. And I want a heat press too. Look, since because I don't be knowing who be listening to the podcast, but just in case, it's on your heart and you wanted to bless somebody, I would like a Cricut, the newest Cricut, and I want a heat press. And look, just send me an email and I'm gonna send you my list. But it's like me just trying. Every time I think about it, I crack up because I would have never thought trying a new craft would have brought so much joy to me. Like, I had so much time, in quarantine, even back when I used to have my business and I was stressed out about that. I was like, man, I need something to where it doesn't, outside of the cost of materials, but it's not going to drain me and it's not going to cost, I'm not trying to wait for somebody to pay for the service. I just want to do something because I want to do it. And boom, that's literally how I stumbled across. Well, no, I went to a nail salon to get my pedicure, and there was a older woman, and she was sitting there knitting, because that's what that was with the 2 sticks. So she was doing that, and I was like, oh, what is that? And she was like knitting. She was like, oh, but I crochet too. And she was like, oh, do you do this too? I said no. And she was like, well, if you want to get started, I would probably advise you to try crochet. And she was like, honey, I make all my grandbabies blankets, and I make their sweaters and their hats. She was like, I do it all. She said, I just love it. It's free time. I do this in my free time. And she said, yeah, girl, see, I even do it here. I'm waiting for my appointment to get started for my nails. And she was like, I really love it. And that stuck with me. Y'all, I got my pedicure done, went home, and I said, okay, crochet. I was like, what did that lady say that thing was? Oh, crochet. YouTube, how to crochet. Y'all laugh, but I'm telling you, that's how the most inspirational stuff gets started. A little curiosity. You taking it a step further and saying, okay, I'm going to go to the greatest search engine that we have, both YouTube and Google. Shout out to y'all. How to crochet. Okay, so I need some yarn. I need some needles. Okay, so I go to my favorite craft store. No lie. The day that Michael sponsors me, your girl is going to cry. Michael's Craft Store. That is literally my favorite craft store. I love them. They have so many great coupons, everything. Like, I just did a plug for y'all. Holla at your girl. I went there and I remember getting the bare necessities, because I was like, I just want to learn at least how to make a granny square. And y'all, no lie, I stayed up that night till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, just rewind and press play. And I remember anybody that has started to crochet, listen, your hands get so stiff because you're trying to learn how to do the yarn. Y'all, my hands were so stiff. But I was sitting and I was like, I'm going to get this doggone thing right. Like, I'm going to get it. And literally, so I eventually came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to stop. I went to bed, got up the next morning, determined, big D, determined to get it together. And that day, that's when I got the hang of it. And I've been on a roll ever since. Like, I made one blanket. Maybe I'll post it. It's not the best, but it's my first blanket. And like, even me just talking about it, like, I genuinely get happy talking about crochet, y'all, and just crafting. Like, that allows me to be feminine. I feel feminine. I feel like when I craft, I feel in tune with me. I am not, I'm not, worried. I'm not, thinking too much into it. Like, I feel free to be me. And that is a key part of being more feminine. Find something that frees your mind. Find something that frees you up. Something that's legal, y'all. Reel your mind in. Legal. That frees you up. Like the gym, that is the safe space for a lot of people. It's that for me. But I put crafting above the gym because The gym, y'all, some days I be like, oh my gosh, back tight, head tight, neck tight. That's right. Back tight, head right. That's right. That's right. Okay, I be hurting, but I be like, no, I gotta get in the gym, get right. So Gymshark can sponsor your girl. Um, so find that thing that recharges you, and when you find it, explore it. If you find it in crafting, okay, listen, I just named the Cricut machine. So, and you can make so much stuff with that. You can do t-shirts, blankets, towels, whatever. Sublimate. Listen, once you find one thing, go listen, you're going to have to really really free yourself now. Like I said, you're going to have to free yourself. Really go after it. Be obsessed. I saw something the other day that said be obsessed with the thing that you are passionate about. Like, y'all know how that old dude that you didn't have to block off everything because he's literally Mariah Carey obsessed with you? Yeah. That's how I'm going to need you to be about being more feminine. Be obsessed with figuring out the things that you enjoy. Like, you just don't know. Like, you don't know until you try. Who's to say that makeup ain't your thing, girl? Who's to say that slaying some hair and some frontals is not what God put you here to do? But you like, well, girl, I don't even know how to braid. I don't know how that could be my calling. I can't even braid to the scalp. Try. Like I said, YouTube University, there is so many things that they have on there for you to try something. And you don't, listen, it don't even got to be expensive. You can save the seeds out the tomato and start planting those if gardening is something you want to do. You can start, you can start there. You're going to have to get to a point where you are no longer making excuses as to why you feel like you can't be, what you want to be. Being a feminine woman, it's so liberating and it's such a contagious thing. Like, if you've ever met a truly feminine woman, you start to feel feminine. You start you see how she loves and she cares for her family. You see how she carries herself, how she cares for other women. You see how she dresses, how her hair is done, her makeup's done. Y'all, I'm talking about myself. I play too much on a podcast, y'all. Listen, you see that and you feel it, and it's like an undeniable thing. Like, bruh, I love her. Like, I want to be friends with her. And it's like not even on no like, a validation thing, but I'm telling you that being a feminine woman, you are going to draw people to you. Both male and female. I'm just letting you know, okay? Listen, I'm married and yes, they still be in my DMs. Still. Okay? Like, it's gonna happen. And that's literally just because like men are attracted to feminine women. Yes, I know media makes it seem like the woman that's, all tough and the woman that's, she be fighting and she do all this stuff. They make it seem like those are the women. No, those women are marketable. That's TV. That's reality TV. Like, that's good money. That's a way to make good money. And like, no shade to them in your profession. Do it how you do. I'm just being honest. Like, that's not reality though. That's reality TV, but that is not IRL. That's not in real life. No. Like, no. The average male, if I was to bring my husband on the pod, he would say that most men are attracted to feminine women, women that take care of themselves, women that can pour even into them. When I started caring for myself, I was able to then have enough to pour into my husband, pour into our sons, you know, saying, just hearing them tell me that I love you. And I know that they got that because we tell them I love you. That is just like chef's kiss. Like, I'm creating a space even with my children to see feminine in me. Like, it's another thing it's one thing for you to be a feminine woman, but it's another thing when you now make that a normalcy with your children, especially your young boys. You want them to see that women, this is how a woman, can be. A woman doesn't have to be cussing at you and saying you are good for nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. No. I demonstrate the potential wife that I would want my son to have. Not on no weird "you're my man" type stuff. That's unhealthy, and some of y'all be doing that, but that's a whole nother podcast. I'm showing my sons what to look for in a woman. That's what I'm doing. And our soon-to-be daughter, oh, not soon-to-be daughter. Let me not say that. The people gonna think I'm pregnant. And our future daughter, I hope that girl gonna be so on game, y'all. She gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I want to pour all of these things into her, all of them. Oof, I can't wait to do that, you know. And being a feminine woman, I believe, has a lot to do with your self-image and your self-value, right? But also what you allow yourself to even be around or be involved in can contribute to your ability to be a feminine woman. So, for example, I make sure that I am not, and I like, some stuff you just can't avoid. Like, you can't avoid all the drama. Like, sometimes drama's just going to present itself. But I make sure that I surround myself with other women that are interested in uplifting women. I am not going to be a part of any group text that's bashing another girl, or did y'all see what she had on? Ooh, y'all, she thought she was doing something. No, ma'am. One, this is not high school, and two, I don't do that. No. Like I said, sometimes it's unavoidable, but once I put two and two together that's how y'all roll, I will make sure I'm at the other end of the table. Peace. Take me out. I don't want nothing to do with that. And back to what I was saying earlier about, the sons. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit more. Being a feminine woman has taught me so much about how to treat our sons, like, mind-blowing. I watch my words, even what I say to them, because again, like I just stated, how I treat them, how I speak to them, that is what is going to create their idea of normalcy in women. So oftentimes when you come across a male and he's a handsome man, he's 6'2", he's tall, he's dark. Oh, sorry, y'all, I got carried away. I'm talking about my husband. But when you find a handsome man, right? And, it seems like, oh, great, and check the boxes. Is he fine? Yes. Is he what you like? Yes. And then he start talking, and you like, ooh, hold up. First of all, sir, who are you talking to? And you kind of like, okay, like, he's cool, but, like, he does not respect women. What's going on? I guarantee you, I'm not going to say, like I said, 10 out of 10, everything is not perfect. So I'm going to say 7 out of 10. Let's go 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 times, that young man's mom has a lot to do with how he treats women. Yeah. Okay, for the people that, equality, it could be his dad too, his dad. Okay, but we're not talking about that. It could be. But I'm telling you, the effect that a woman, a mother, has on her son, it's different than the effect that the father has on a son. Like, we are literally opening our son's heart up for the first time. Not only do when they breathe their first breaths and they cry, they place them on our chest. That is our very first heart to heart. And we will never be that close like that again. I make sure that I am realistic with myself, right? I know a lot of times people avoid topics like death and, things like that. I try my hardest, even if I don't vocalize it out to my sons yet, because I don't really think they really would understand. I make sure that it's something that I have grown to be okay with knowing, and it's something that I think about, something that I have journaled about in the past. I make sure that I am comfortable with knowing that I will not always be here. That keeps me really thoughtful of my decision making when it comes to our children. I don't just do things, I'm not perfect. I do have impulsive moments where I'll snap and I'll stop, don't do that. But, I will try to, okay, it's not them that you're mad at. You're stressed about the day. Today's been stressful. They're not listening. They're just being kids, that kind of thing. But I understand that there is going to be a time, there's a high chance because the rapture could come before me and my husband pass and we go. But there is a chance that the rapture has not come yet, and we may have our number pulled, our number of life pulled to leave this earth, and our sons are going to have to still go through life without us. And I want to make sure that we have given them the tools, and me as a woman, that I have given them the tools to see what a feminine woman looks like so that they can look for that in a spouse. I don't want my sons talking to women crazy, and let me even put the disclaimer out. Once they get of a certain age, and that you have instilled in them, the morals and principles and everything that, you and your spouse have wanted for them, and they start making decisions that don't align with that, okay, this is now them deciding to go off on their own, which is what children will do, whether they make good or bad decisions. And then, I'm also even trying to get myself normalizing that, because guilt is that's a whole nother podcast, but I think that's a lot too why, if you are not a feminine woman, you'll stay in that because, oh, well, that's just how I am. And, like I said earlier, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know, listen, life is so short. I'm 26. Life is so, there are people that didn't even make it in their 20s, y'all, or people that are, are younger than me, that have already passed. Like, life is too short to not get the fullness, the very full aspect of life. And I'm telling you, once you get and you dig deep in becoming a feminine woman, baby girl, your eyes are going to be open to a whole different side of life. Like, I'm telling you, like to see how, and I'm married and I'm happily married, but to see how other men react when I step into the room, I'm telling you, y'all, that's being a feminine. Like other men will see that. And I'm not looking for that, but I know that's what they see. I'm being realistic. I know that's what they see. Like, they kind of like, they don't shrink down, but they're just like, oh, how can I help you? Like, if I'm at the gym, like I've been, they'll offer like, oh, can I unrack this weight for you? Can I, and I even don't know creepy type, stuff, but it's like, I know that there are perks, there are pros with being both I don't think there's any pros with being a masculine woman, but I don't know. Somebody might think they are, but I think that there are definite pros to being a feminine woman. Like, maybe the gym wasn't, the best example, but in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that, your presence will be recognized, whether you have a bad presence or a good presence. And that's what I learned in therapy, that my presence, that's something that can make a whole room turn its head or make people get up and move away because they're like, ooh, girl, here she come. I do not want to be near her. Like, your presence, when you walk into a room, baby, you can illuminate that thing like no other before you even part your lips to say, hi, where's the restroom? Or whatever it is that, you're in there for. Like, girl, that's what I'm talking about. Having your feminine, being in your feminine woman that much to where, like, people breaking their necks like, hey girl, okay, the girls want to be and the men want to be with. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. I don't know if I discussed it already, but get yourself dressed. I think I did say that already. But because I'm looking at my notes and they kind of a little out of order. But just in case I didn't, get dressed. Listen, dress yourself for the occasion. I need you to make sure that you are dressed to impress, sweetie. Especially for my women that are single and you're saying that you want to be married, you want to be, courted. Sis, I don't know many men that want to court somebody in pajamas and a bonnet. I'm gonna need you to do better. I'm gonna need you to do better. Yes, I'm on that type of time. Yes, like so even when I used to work from home, right? I noticed that when I was going through my depression, I used to just roll out of bed, brush my teeth, and I'm working in my robe, in my fuzzy socks. So I said, I'm going to just try to start getting dressed. Something real basic. I'm going to just try to start getting dressed. I noticed over time that my energy kind of, perked up. And I attribute that to the fact that I took extra time out of the day or even the night before to set my clothes out. Girl, but ain't nobody going to see you. But see, that's the thing. That's it right there. That's the mindset. Because I work from home, I don't have to use my camera. I'm just answering phones all day. I can be in my bra and my, in my shorts. I can be in my sports bra and my shorts. And it's like, I'm trying to tell you, it might seem minute, but that stuff is connected. You getting dressed, you putting on your makeup if that's something that you're into, you curling your hair straight, whether you wear it straight, curly, somebody's wig, your own wig, his wig, girl, however you wear it, putting yourself together and presenting yourself, making yourself presentable, that affects your ability to be a feminine woman, because you are feeling real good. So you you look real good and you gonna feel even better. Real good. Real good. And like I said, to the women that want to are looking to get a spouse, you have to start carrying yourself in a way to where you are now attracting that spouse that you want. You wondering why you attracting people that you like, girl, I don't want this. You got to ask yourself, okay, how do I present myself to others? Because that says a lot about what will come to me. Listen, okay? I'm trying to tell you from experience. I don't know what my husband saw in me when he saw me at BMT and I was looking rough. But he was like, that girl right there is going to be my wife. We have a source. We will bring him on the show. No, I'm just kidding. But he definitely told his friend that he was going to marry me. And look at us, 5 years in. And it's like, I've even grown to be comfortable with being even with him in that space. Because I just used to feel like being a feminine woman it was like itchy. Like, oh, I need to take this off. It's not natural. I don't like this. Sis, if you feel that way, that's okay. But again, just like how you can try, like I said earlier with the self-care routine, you want to try a thing until it sticks. You gonna keep trying on, different ways of femininity until one of them sticks. Try makeup. If all you can do is your brows, baby, them brows better be slayed every day. Because who's to say that spouse that you are longing for, what if he like women with snatched brows? And look at y'all, just waiting to meet. And it's like, not even to be superficial, but, if you are wanting to date and you are wanting to be in a relationship, you have to understand that males are very visual, physical beings. So trust me, before you open their mouth, they have already looked you up and down and trying to see what that's talking about. So if you are, in your PJs and your house shoes and, you got on the too small pajama pants with your drawers showing in the back, baby, I don't know who you are trying to attract, but trust me, they coming. And it might not be who you're looking for, but it's going to be somebody, okay? Like, I'm going to need you to do better. Listen, do better. Create that space for your feminine woman to thrive. I'm telling you, you can create the space. You like crafting? Create some time in your schedule to craft. You like riding your bike? That's peaceful for you. Take some time out of your day to pour into that so that you are now gifting yourself that time alone, that time to recharge. You're even building trust with yourself. You said from 3 to 5, you were going to go walk your neighborhood and you actually commit and complete the task. You are now building up trust with yourself. It's just like when you fresh get into a relationship, right? And that person is like, I'm not going to hurt you. Okay, every Friday, I'm going to bring you flowers. If you've never had Friday flowers, you going to be like, Thursday, you like, child, we going to see. And he does it the first time and you like, child, we gonna see next week. And he does it again. And the next week you like, he probably gonna forget. And he continues to do it. And and then if he misses, he lets you know. Eventually, with enough of that, a healthy relationship, because some people still gonna be like, nah, child, he ain't gonna do it. But a normal relationship, eventually you are going to build enough faith and trust in that person that Friday flowers, we gonna make it a whole hashtag. Friday flowers, period. And that's how you have to be with yourself. If you desire to be a more feminine woman, you have to then build trust with yourself. If you say that you are going to show up, you need to do that. If you said that you are going to get your hair done, baby, I need you to do that. You said you're going to go get your lashes done, sweetie, I need you to do that. You said you're going to learn how to do makeup, I need you to get to learning. I need you to start following through when it comes to you, because you follow through with everything else. And folks don't even deserve your follow through and you still give it to them. So you are not going to put yourself on the back burner anymore. Okay? Like, I need you to start. You say you want to be the it girl. Okay. The it girl comes through for herself first. Okay. So, she might have an appointment or a client coming in at noon, but baby, the it girl done been up since 9 and she been doing her makeup. She been doing her hair. She done picked out her outfit so she can be together and she can look, presentable, and she can feel beautiful and she can feel cute. All of that. That's the it girl. We not doing stuff last minute. Oh girl, life just be happening. No. We are creating a space and cater it to your needs. We're not talking about what hubby needs. We're not talking about what the kids need. We're not talking about what your homegirl need. They got their own cubes. They got their own little bins. We talking about your bin right now. You want your space to be catered to the things that you like, the things that you want. You want to be an entrepreneur, so you need to take time out of your day to look into entrepreneurship. Whether you are trying to make an LLC, whether you are trying to do a C Corp or S Corp, whatever it's called. Whatever it is, whatever aspect that you're trying to do of that business, I'm going to need you to start looking into it. Get connected. Listen, we live in a digital world. There are Facebook groups for everything under the sun. I just saw a Facebook group for folks that like tanning. Baby, trust me, there's a lot of Facebook groups out there that probably have what you're looking for. I need you to start putting yourself out there. And I don't mean, I would love to tell you that, when you want to be a feminine woman, you can only do a toe. It's okay. No, baby, listen, you're going to have to get about, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to stick your whole self out there. Look, what the song say? You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out. Yeah, you're going to have to do that. The entire you needs to be there to experience being more feminine. I've encountered women that are they're just so combative all the time. And you just be like, are you okay? Is something going on? Like, are you good? You almost like, okay, are we experiencing the same thing right now? Because, you are really, really aggressive right now. And some people, that, again, it could go back to the upbringing. Some people might just naturally be more aggressive than others. But, again, if this is something that you are interested in, listen, y'all. For real, I need y'all to talk to your girl in the comments, because I will do a whole masterclass on being a more feminine woman. And it will be useful. Y'all gonna love it. Like I said, if that's what y'all want, I need y'all to let me know so I can get to it. I will create it, okay? We can have a whole Facebook group where we do check-ins, all of that. I just need one person to say this is what they want, and I'll do it. Let's see. I'm just looking at my show notes. Oh, journaling. Listen, I think journaling is amazing. I saw a girl on TikTok and she had wrote a letter to her 30-year-old self at 20. And she did it through this website, and it sends you the message in the future. So hold on. I'm about to see. Oh, look at God. So the website, and I'm going to leave it in the description. This is not sponsored, but I definitely loved her idea. And I think it's something that women, you want to be a more feminine woman, you might want to try this. Okay. So the website is called futureme.org. And it says, write a letter to your future self. Write, pick a receiving date, send, verify. That's it. Your letter is safe with us. We've sent over 20 million letters in 20 years. So I am going to send myself one of these in 6 months. And then I'm going to do one for 5 years. And then I'm also going to do one for 10 years. So it's just something that I feel like that's why journaling is such a connection and a connective thing with women, because a lot of women are not sure or are not confident with expressing themselves verbally. So they can do it on a pen and paper, no problem. So if that's somewhere where you want to start, you still going to try. Remember, you committed. You said you would. You're still going to try one thing to create a self-care routine. But your second homework, we give homework here, but your second thing is going to start journaling. Journal your day. Journal the obstacles, how you felt that day. And listen, your journal is your safe space. I have wrote things on those pages, y'all, that I have never said aloud, some of the stuff. And that page, I mean, it's like your best friend with no judge. It just soaks it all up, and then you can close it, put it away. Y'all, I took some time to read over a letter that I had wrote like maybe 2 years ago. I could feel the sadness. I remember exactly where I was when I wrote that, and I am night and day now. Listen, you want to be a more feminine woman? I need you to start journaling so that you can track your progress. It is very reassuring when you are able to read a letter even from a week ago and you've made a new discovery since then, and now you're no longer struggling with the low self-esteem. Now you're no longer having the negative talk about, your weight, about your hair. Listen, journal, and you can get a plain a composition notebook, but for me, I like pretty journals. So my journal that I'm currently using, that's almost filled up. Okay, it's almost filled up because it's about time to get a new one. It says take risks on it. I find some of the best journals at Target. Oh my goodness. And I like the spirals because I don't like when I'm trying to write on the back and it doesn't fold right, without the spirals. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's why I like the notebooks with the spirals. Target has so many notebooks that have different designs and everything. So I'll leave a link, for that in the description too. And Target, hello, I'm giving y'all free plugs. So y'all need to sponsor your girl too. And lastly, your confidence is going to give you a level of security through your feminine journey. You can't be a more feminine woman and confidence not be involved, baby. I'm telling you. When you start becoming more feminine, your confidence level is going to be like, oh, hold up, what we doing? This your third time this week getting dressed and you're just going to the store? Okay, hold on now. Like I'm gonna have to start, really, really, really feeling her, really letting her know, like, what's up? Like it's like everything else just starts to align. You start to see yourself differently in the mirror. You get in the gym. Listen, ladies. I know we are living in a body positivity world. I know it is. Listen, your man will take you any way that you want him to take you. Sis, I'm your big sis. I'm your big sis here. I say this out of love. Ladies, I'm going to need y'all to get in the gym. Yes, I'm going to need y'all to really, really start exercising. If that's, I'm going to need y'all to start doing it. And I mean this in the sweetest way. A lot of our issues as women can be fixed with fitness. We think it's, oh, girl, that job, that man, them kids, they could be additional stressors. But I'm telling you, the type of consistency that I have built in the gym, it is unmatched. I care for myself in a new and improved way that I never cared about myself really before I got in the gym. Because what I put into the gym is what I get out. That is something that is so rewarding because I can't just go to the gym and just sit there and meditate and just the pounds away. No, baby, you either gonna get on the treadmill, you finna lift some weights, you finna yes, it's a literal, I show up for me every single day. I say today is leg day, I show up, leg day happens. I say today is upper body day, upper body happens. Like, I do, you show up for yourself. And a lot of you, it's not even that you don't have the tools to be a feminine woman. You're just not showing up for yourself. You gotta show up. I need you to start showing up. If you say that you're gonna be there, I need you to be there. And if you have to get you an accountability partner, that is okay. But what you don't need is somebody that's on the same boat, like in the same boat as you with, girl, we had a time last night. So no, girl, I ain't go to the gym. Oh, you either, girl. Well, I guess we could just try again tomorrow. No. You need somebody that's going to be like, I'm on the way. So get it dressed, whether you got to pack clothes, whether the clothes is on you or they in the bag. Get dressed and we going. Like, you need somebody that's going to keep you motivated until you're able to motivate yourself. And guess what? It doesn't stop there, women. You then now become the motivator for someone else. Listen, your ability to be a feminine woman is not some algebraic, mathematical, polynomial equation. It is very, very simple, but it has a lot of accountability. It does have a lot of change. So maybe that's why most people don't go on this type of journey, because it takes a lot, and it might be painful. I do want to, even put that disclaimer. I'm not going to say all aspects are going to feel good, but the results, the change, the new you, baby, it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. Your family needs this, okay? You need this. Your spouse needs this. Your siblings, your parents, they need this. You are going to impact another woman that's waiting to meet you. You need this, okay? I love you so, so much, and I am so glad that you stopped by. Listen, I want to leave you with a couple of more little a couple of more little things before we end the show, okay? Consistency is everything when you are trying to create a new life for yourself. No quick fixes. Take your time and make daily deposits. We talked about that earlier, okay? I need you to get comfortable with sitting back, sitting up, put your shoulders back, and keep your head level with the floor. So you're not looking down. You're not like, oh, I don't know. No, head level with the floor. You walk in a room, you command the room. You walk in a building, you own the building. And not even in a set, and not even in, and we're not talking demeaning, cockiness. No, but you know that you belong there. Okay? They can't make you feel out of place when you know you belong. That was something that I really, really had a hard time adjusting with, because I knew I was supposed to be somewhere, but I kind of was still feeling friction, with the people around. Girl, that's a them thing. I know I'm supposed to be here. My name is on the thing for the appointment. So, baby, I don't know who you here to see, but it can't be the same person I'm here to see, because I'm looking at the confirmation email, okay? That's how I'm going to need y'all to do in your life. Like, baby, I belong here. I'm meant to stand here, and if it makes you uncomfortable, there's multiple chairs in the room. I won't move. You'll be the first to move. I won't move, okay? That's it. That's all I got. I need you to own up to you, and I need you to be a more feminine woman. If that's what you want. If you're not ready, cool. Play it back next week. Listen, I would love if you would come and be a part of the family. Our Instagram is growing. Our YouTube is growing. All those links will be in the description. But most importantly, if you like what you saw, I need you to subscribe. We don't give stuff away for free. Your entry is a subscription. So I need you to subscribe to the channel, okay? And turn your notification bell on so you can know when we post, okay? And if you'd like to donate to the podcast, I have a PayPal link in the description. Any donation is welcome, and it helps the pod keep going. It keeps me going. And yeah, some equipment that I would like to upgrade. Listen, I need it, okay? And most importantly, I love you guys. I love that you stop by. I love that you share. I love that you comment. I love all of that. So continue to be your beautiful self. And listen, this time next week, I would love to hear your stories about how you became a more feminine woman. But in the meantime, I need you to watch last week's episode about mutually beneficial friendships. Okay? Do that for me. Love you. Peace. See you next week.